Let me tell you something simple and hard at the same time. You must let go of your fear of failing. Failure isn't a stain, it's a stamp that you were brave enough to try. People who never mess up are simply people who never attempt anything that stretches them. You stumble, you misjudge, you correct. That's the loop. You don't learn much from a victory lap. You learn from the scrape, the bruise, the setback that forces you to rebuild better. Nothing you're going through right now is permanent. Seasons turn, circumstances shift, and life, despite how it feels on the worst days, doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Every day, chances walk right past you. You can shy away from them, or you can hold out your hands and catch them. I realized something that shook me awake. If you surrender your dream, what do you have left? You're left with a quiet room and a heavy heart. I can't live like that, and neither can you. One of the best training grounds for growth is surprisingly ordinary. A job you can't stand. They pay you not because it's bliss, but because it's in exchange. You give effort where you'd rather not, and you get compensated. You don't have to enjoy it to dominate it. Show up and be great at it. That is the difference between moments of motivation and the muscle of discipline. If you only move when you feel like it, you're gambling with your future. But if you keep the promise to yourself, regardless of mood, you stop leaving your destiny up to chance. You can daydream, doodle plans, and vision board all you want, but there's no substitute for getting out there and stacking the work, brick by brick, step by step, inch by honest inch. When you catch yourself drifting into distraction, hit the brakes. Turn down the noise, step away from the endless opinions, shut off the timeline that steals your focus, and return to your internal workshop, the quiet place where you think clearly and build deliberately. That mental lab is where your best ideas were born and where the next breakthrough will be engineered. Cut the chatter, step into the silence, and apply your hands to the work that matters. Maybe right now you're advancing so slowly it feels like you're barely moving. That's all right. Progress doesn't need to be loud to be real. Even if you're crawling forward, even if it aches and nobody else notices, do not stop. Do not fold. The hole you're in can become your launch pad if you refuse to give it your name. Pain is temporary, quitting makes it permanent. So promise yourself you'll push through this hour and then the next. 1 hour becomes a day, becomes a month. The pit you're staring at can become your platform, but only if you keep climbing. If you want something you've never owned, you will have to do what you've never done. Complaints won't carry you. Negative talk won't lift you. That chorus of "I can't" is just average thinking pretending to be wisdom. Average thinking loves blame. It points at the boss, at the past, at the family tree. I used to live there, asking when someone was going to show up and fix my story. That thinking got me thrown out of places I wanted to stay. That thinking left me broke, stuck, and angry. Then one day I told myself the truth. No one is coming. And that's not bad news, it's the best news. Because it means you can go to the library of life, gather knowledge, and start changing your own pages. Everything worth having has a toll booth you must pass. The things that change your life rarely arrive wrapped in ease. They arrive as hard tasks with high payoff. It won't fall into your lap. It won't be simple. But look around you. This moment is your open door. This is your chance, your shot, your time. Refuse autopilot. Live intentionally. Pick one thing that matters and move it forward today. Intentionality is the steering wheel. Drift is the ditch. Hold the wheel. Picture this. It's your last day, and around your bed stand the unrealized ideas you carried, the talents you never trained, the notes you never wrote, the businesses you never started. They look at you and say, "We came to you, because only you could have given us life. Now we fade with you. That image should wake you up. Ask yourself, how many unstarted, unfinished, unattempted possibilities are going to gather around you at the end? Decide today you won't feed that crowd. Decide you'll spend what's inside you while you're alive. Now, what do you do when 10,000 others want the same thing you're chasing? You refuse to be outworked. You outlearn them. You outlast them. You get up earlier when it's dark and stab later when it's quiet. You execute while others are still planning the perfect plan. You move from 70% effort to 120% commitment. You remind yourself, I did not travel this far to crumble now. I'm built to finish. I am a winner and I will win. Your dream is enormous. The life you picture, the health, the bank account, the way you carry yourself, phenomenal. But here's the catch. Your habits might be average. Your effort might be good. That's the gap. The mission is to climb the rungs. Average to good, good to great, great to phenomenal. Step by step. Build a routine that makes your mouth write checks your life can cash. You don't need a different dream. You need a stronger daily. If you believe your value is high, prove it. Step into the arena and earn it. You'll take hits. Don't hide behind excuses. Don't point at them or him or her or circumstances. Blame is a soft pillow and a hard prison. You're better than that. Your path will include pressure, but pressure trains you to move underweight. You don't need sympathy. You need standards. Raise them. Keep them.
Start seeing yourself doing the work. Feel what it's like to stand where you want to stand, to experience what you want to experience, to hold what you want to hold. Live out of your imagination, not your history. When you aim forward, the old files in your head will try to drag you back. You can't. You don't deserve it. It's too late. Acknowledge the noise, then act anyway. And when you wake up, remember, yesterday's scoreboard is gone. It doesn't matter how fast you ran, how hard you trained, how well you performed. The count resets to 0. Every day is go time. Lace up and move. I will not quit. Say it out loud with me. I will not quit. Quitting ends the story. You may still move, still breathe, still scroll, but inside, the fire is out. Keep it lit. Persevere, thrive on pressure. Your circle, family, team, those you lead, needs you to be the person who can carry heavy things, both physically and mentally. Hold yourself to a higher standard than any opponent could impose. Tell yourself, I will be harder to break than anything that tries to break me. Then act like it. That's resilience, choosing to bounce instead of break. Here's a strange lesson from the swamp. An alligator is most vulnerable right after it eats. When it gets so satisfied, it slows down. Many of us do the same thing. We hit a small milestone and go soft. We celebrate so long we forget to continue. Don't let a little success paralyze you. Appreciate it and then go again. Hunger is not a feeling. It's a decision to keep moving when comfort invites you to sit. I know building habits can feel like pushing a boulder uphill. Maybe you weren't raised in a disciplined environment, but hear me. You don't inherit discipline like a hand-me-down jacket. You manufacture it inside yourself by keeping promises when nobody's watching. Hold the line. Maintain the standard. No slack. None. And when your feelings argue with your commitments, imagine how it will feel 10 minutes after you finish the task. Cleaner mind, stronger spine. Now imagine how it will feel 10 minutes after you skip it. Regret, a little less self-trust. Choose the feeling you want to carry.
Those minutes knit into hours, into weeks, into years. The small hinges of daily choices swing the heavy doors of your future. Guard your consistency as if your future depends on it, because it does. Hold your line and keep it moving. Everyone thinks about quitting at some point. Pain scrambles your thoughts. When it hurts, the brain screams, protect, retreat. That survival whisper isn't calibrated for your goals. It's calibrated for comfort. You can't let it drive. Nothing of value arrives as a handout. Everything of value is earned. If you don't lay the bricks, you don't get the house. And if you won't do the work, you haven't earned the outcome. Show, don't talk. Show how you train. Show how you live. Show how you fight for the life you want. The hardest thing in the world is to give your best every day and still appear to be standing in place. But if you're truly giving your best, you're not in the same place. You're deepening roots. And when the season changes, those roots will feed a visible rise. That's grit, the quiet grind that outlasts the storm. Don't mistake your current crushing for your permanent address. You may have to camp under the weight for a while, but don't sign the lease. You will rise. Don't claim the pain as your identity. Don't claim the depression, the stigma, the dark thoughts as who you are. If you have to hold them for a time, hold them lightly and let them go when they loosen. Getting knocked down is inevitable. Getting up is a decision. Expect a battle. Not everything will go your way, and that's normal. You can choose to change. You can tell life, I had a hand in getting here, and I will have a hand in getting out. When the alarm goes off, stand up. Don't negotiate. Don't wait. Get up and move your feet. We all have tragedies. They can be anchors that drag or iron that hardens. Decide, you are bigger than this moment. Many of us practice a strange art, creating problems that don't exist yet. We invent catastrophes, rehearse disasters, and then wonder why our energy is gone. Real life has enough challenges. Don't manufacture more. Fear, when it's honest, can wake you up and sharpen you. Doubt, on the other hand, is a story you wrote to stay small. Be afraid and move anyway, but don't entertain doubt. Replace it with conviction. This will work. Maybe not this month, maybe not this year, but if I keep walking, it will. That's a growth mindset, believing effort changes outcomes and acting like it. Cut the noise. Choose focus. Aim your attention like a beam and let it carve a path through the fog. You have far more power than you've allowed yourself to use. Don't sell yourself short. You don't even know enough about your own potential to be a cynic. You are still discovering what you're capable of when pressed, when committed, when consistent. Challenge yourself to access the strength that's already there, waiting for your command. And don't be afraid to seem a little off. The people who build astonishing things are almost always a few degrees different from the crowd. They see what isn't visible yet. If someone tells you it can't be done, don't argue. Keep your eyes forward and tell them, with your actions and your results, watch me. Keep stacking small wins. Choose sweat over noise. Feed your mind the right words and your body the right work. Remember, the world doesn't reward intentions, it rewards execution. Give yourself the gift of showing up, not once, but daily, because that's how you become the kind of person who can carry a larger dream. Process over pride. Progress over perfection. Motion over mood. That is perseverance in the plainest form, staying on the path when it would be easy to step off. If this message lit a fire in you, ride with us at Final Gear. Subscribe to the channel, tap like, and share this with someone who needs it today. Let's build a community that refuses average and sets a new personal standard. Together. Fire, strength. One last reminder to carry into your next minute. Keep moving with courage, because the future you're after is already waiting for the person you're becoming.